December 2nd, and this is the London Review. Hi guys, this is Robert Rivera with the Rivera Trading Group in association with Trend Trading Academy. And boy, what a night we had last night. The market has been inching up and up and up and up. GBP USD at least, well, pretty much all the pairs, but GBP USD have been inching up and up and up. When I mean all pairs, I mean all the GBP pairs. Inching up and up and up and up to extreme levels, right? And last night it appeared like it was going to break out. Now, it's been trying to break out for quite a while. If you follow Fibonacci levels, it had not retraced even below the 23.6, and so it looked like it was just shallow retracement. It looked like it was just getting ready to bust through. But the way I figured it, I told the team last week, it's not likely that it is going to break through without news. I mean, for it to break through at that level, if you look at the weekly on GBP USD, it hasn't broken that level since 2018. For it to break through like that, it's going to require some news or something, some fundamental catalyst that's going to break it through. Well, unfortunately for a lot of people, they got faked out last night. And in fact, I was on a GBP AUD buy as it was going up. Looked like it was going to be breaking the high, and so I entered. In fact, had I closed it, I would have been up like 15 pips or something like that. Yeah, 15 pips or something like that. But I didn't close it in time, and so when the market dropped, it took me down with it. Now, as I saw it dropping so hard, I went ahead and jumped on GBP USD. I didn't even close my AUDs, which would have saved me a whole bunch of money. I didn't close those until after the fact because I was so focused on making sure that I got my win on GBP USD as it was dropping. And at the end of the day, the drop saved me, because as it broke the bottom zone and continued going down, I was able to capture a good 23 pips or something like that. Now, the whole darn thing went for quite a long time, but I figured 23 pips as it was reaching into the golden zone, it was probably good enough for me. Let's go to the charts. So this is the setup as I had it last night. Um, if we zoom in, we can see again that it's at a high. And in fact, I'll show you on the 4 hour once I get to the results. I'll show you on the 4 hour how high that thing was and what was going on. But I anticipated that if it's going to break through here, it's going to require a lot of momentum, which again, some sort of catalyst like like news. What I expected to happen here was most likely to be a rejection at resistance. Okay, and now this is the pair that I know best, right? Because I've been studying quite a bit. This is GBP USD, but I also had an entry on GBP AUD, which I don't have here to show you. But the drop that I'm going to show you happened on all GBP pairs, so I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. So this is the drop that happened on GBP on all GBPs, and this is what I wanted to show you. This is the 4 hour. Look at all those rejection candles, rejection, rejection, rejection. That's 4 rejections before the final rejection. I anticipated that is going to drop, so I was looking for that drop, but I was caught in a GBP AUD buy that dropped similar to this, and so when I saw it dropping, I had the lot sizes on the GBP AUD were not so big. So I knew that if it kept dropping really, really hard, it wasn't going to hurt me as bad as me missing out on a nice lot size on GBP USD as it's dropping. So I went ahead and put a sell position on GBP AUD to mitigate some of the losses that I was getting over there. And then I jumped back to the GBP USD real quick to catch it. As it was breaking the bottom zone. I had to change my lot size and everything, and I couldn't do it fast enough as this thing was dropping so hard. And finally, I caught it just as it was breaking out. In fact, it had already broken out of the bottom zone and then continued down to a golden zone, which you don't see here, Fibonacci golden zone. And in fact, this broke and retested at the golden zone and kept dropping for some more. That would have been a significant, massive win, but it was good enough for my purposes. And in fact, I got probably the biggest win of my career on a single trade.
So these are the two losses that I suffered on GBP AUD. Again, these lot sizes weren't that big, and yet look at how much money that was on those two lot sizes. One hit stop loss, the other one I didn't even have a chance to put a stop loss as it just dropped really, really hard. And in order to mitigate what was going on there, instead of trying to close those, I wanted to make sure that I caught the drop as it was dropping really hard on GBP USD. So I entered a sell position on GBP AUD to help mitigate what was going on over here, and at the same time, then jumped on GBP USD for a sell, which is what you see right here. That is the sell that I placed on GBP AUD as it's dropping really hard. Again, just to hedge what was going on with my loss as I was ignoring it basically. And then I jumped on the GBP USD with a nice lot size to get that 1200. Now that 1200 was a beautiful one. Again, I don't think I have had a single trade, one single trade that was bigger than that, and I'm glad I got it because it saved my day for what you see there, 479. That was a tough, I'm sure, for a lot of people who might have been on a buy on GBP USD or any of the GBPs. In my case, I benefited from the fact that my lot size was small, again, risk managing the position, and I did have a stop loss on my bigger lot size. And then on the lower lot size, I did not even get a chance to jump and put a stop loss when it started dropping like really hard. And what I've learned through my experience in trading is that I can ignore the small lot size that is losing. Just make sure you catch the bigger lot size that is winning because the that drop was significant, and I knew it was going to go for a while from the action of the price action as it was acting, especially where it was coming from. Like I said, from a supply zone at the top, it was going to drop. So it's important I caught that, and I was able to do that and save the day.
Welcome back. So, as you can tell, that was a very violent drop. Now, we have seen those drops before. Those of us who've been around long enough, we have seen those drop before. Obviously, something happened, some type of news. That was actually like a few minutes just before 3 a.m. In other words, 3 a.m. hadn't even come out yet. The 3 a.m. candle, which is the open of London, hadn't even happened. And within 3 or 4 minutes of it closing, the 2:30 candle, if you're looking at 30 minutes, or the 2 a.m. candle closing, it dropped so hard. And again, from experience, I've learned that if I have a manageable lot size when I'm losing, I want to make sure that I catch that win on the drop or on the impulse, whichever one, if it's going up or down, to mitigate the losses basically I'm hedging my position by adding a position that's going with the trend as I'm ignoring the other position because it's a smaller position, and then I can always go back and close it, which is what I did. I entered the GBP USD, I went back and closed both positions on the GBP AUD, and I let my GBP USD do what it was doing until it hit enough of a profit for me to justify closing it. Again, there was a golden zone there for those of you who know about the Fibonacci's. There was a golden zone that I was interacting with, and I decided to close it. In fact, I interacted there for a little bit until it finally dropped again. My recommendation for all students of the market is to be leery about the conditions in the market as the end of the year approaches. First of all, we still have not decided what's going to happen with the stimulus package. Brexit is still out there in the wind. There's COVID vaccine things that are going on. And in fact, gold, it may be the one that's acting the best. Gold acted very nicely last night. I caught a little bit of that, but not anything worth reporting. In fact, it went for a while. It went for like 160 pips afterwards. But I was so focused on what's going on with GBP AUD and GBP USD that I couldn't pay attention to all that. Max two positions is what I can manage, truthfully, realistically. So, but again, going back, risk management is super important when unpredictable market conditions are in play. And also, quick profits don't linger in the market too long. Again, had I taken my profits on GBP AUD, the sale would have not been a problem because I would have not even entered the sale. I would have entered the sale on GBP USD. But I didn't close on those 15 pips. To be honest, I was distracted doing something else. I can't tell you what I was doing, but I was distracted doing something else. And and give the impulse up, and I didn't have a chance to go and close it. By the time I got to the computer, it had already come down, and so that turned into a loser. Like an easy win turned into a loser. So we got to make sure that we are on the charts when we are working our business. And because the 3 a.m. candle was coming, I thought I had time. No, it killed me just before the 3 a.m. candle. Thank God for GBP USD that saved the day. Again, this is Robert Rivera with the Rivera Trading Group in association with Trend Trading Academy. I hope that you're receiving value from what you're seeing. And if so, please like, comment, and subscribe. God bless you.